students, welcome to Chem Free tutorial. In this video, let's see Class 6 Science Chapter 12 Beyond Earth. Beyond Earth generally refers to anything outside our planets, including space, moon, other planets, stars, and galaxies. Okay, in this lesson, we are going to study all of this. Nubra is a beautiful region in Ladakh. Okay, Nubra, it is an historical region of Ladakh, also called Tumra. It is a beautiful region in Ladakh. Ladakh, it is a union territory of India. An 11-year-old girl, young doll, and her twin brother Dorje live in one of the villages of this region. Okay, in this Ladakh region, there is a village, young doll, a girl, and her twin brother Dorje. Twin brother means it's a sibling who is born at the same time, that is both are always at the same age, live in one of the villages of this region. They love their surroundings, especially the majestic mountain peaks. Okay, mountain peaks means the highest part of the mountain, that is called a peak. They love their surroundings, the majestic mountain peaks and the glaciers. Okay, already we know that glaciers means a mass of ice that is slowly down a valley, that is called glaciers. But their favorite in the night sky, when the entire sky is lit up with thousands of stars, but they enjoy the night sky when the entire sky is lit up with thousands of stars. The weather in Numbra is almost cloudless. Okay, the weather. Okay, how was the weather in Numbra? Then the weather in Numbra is almost cloudless. Cloudless means without any cloud, with almost no air or light pollution. Okay, with almost no air or light pollution. Okay, no light pollution. Light pollution means that the excess of artificial light in cities causes pollution, no, that is called light pollution. The night sky is very clearly visible. Night after night, young tall and Dorje observe the stars and experience an immense sense of okay, already they enjoyed, okay, the night sky, especially stars. Okay, stars in the night sky. Okay, immense sense of immense means that is a great, immense means great sense. Growing up, Youngdal and Dorje have been hearing interesting stories about stars from their elders. Okay, they heard some stories about stars, okay, from their elders. They have heard how some particular stars in the clear sky helped the caravans passing through Numbra in finding directions in ancient days. Okay, they also heard about something that is in a particular star during the clear sky. This sky helped caravan. Caravan means a wheeled vehicles for living or traveling in. That is called a caravan. Okay, they enjoy. Okay, they enjoy. They heard how some particular stars in the clear sky helped the caravan passing through Numbra in finding direction in the ancient days. They wonder how far away and how big the stars are. They wondered, okay, they very much wondered how big the stars are. They also enjoy trying to find some patterns among the stars that remind them of familiar objects. Okay, they also enjoy the patterns in the sky. Okay, pattern means that is the arrangement of lines, that is called, that forms pattern. Okay, so they also enjoy trying to find some patterns among the stars that remind them of familiar objects. Have you ever looked at the stars in the night sky and tried to connect them with the imaginary lines, just like dots and lines in a drawing? Okay, already have you ever looked at the stars in the night sky? Yes, we have looked at the stars in the night sky, and you can try. Okay, you can try to connect them with imaginary lines, just like dots and lines in a drawing. Activity 12.1, let us draw. In figure 12.2 shows bright stars in one part of the night sky. Look at it carefully and try to imagine a pattern. Already we know that pattern means an arrangement of lines formed by a group of stars. Draw lines to connect the stars and make the pattern. So you can draw lines and to connect the stars and make the pattern. Think of an animal or an object that is similar to the pattern drawn by you. Write its name near your pattern. You can write the name near your pattern. Repeat the above steps and make some more patterns. Okay, you can do repeatedly and make some more patterns. Now think of an interesting story about your pattern. Okay, what pattern you have drawn, that tell an interesting story about them. Compare your pattern with your friends. Okay, already your friends also drawn, no, your friends also drawn some pattern. You can compare your patterns with the pattern drawn by your friends. Are the patterns same or different? Okay, you can just identify the patterns are same or different. Narrate your stories to others and listen to their stories. Do you notice that everyone's patterns, names and stories are different? Is it not fun? Stars and constellation. Okay, already we know that stars and constellations means a group of stars. A group of stars form a recognizable pattern. Okay, and has a name, that is called a constellation. A group of stars form a pattern, that is called a constellation. Okay, star 12.1, stars and constellation. At night when we look up at the sky, we see many stars. Some stars are bright and others are dim. Stars shine with their own light. We also enjoy looking the stars at night in the terrace. No, the same way at night when we look out to the sky, we see many stars. Some stars are bright, already we observe. Some Some stars are bright and others are dim. Stars shine with their own light. Okay, stars can shine with their own light. Some groups of stars appear to form patterns which are like shapes of familiar things. Okay, already we know some familiar things, no? So this pattern looks like familiar things. Long ago, when watching stars at the night was a favorite pastime of our ancestors. Okay, our ancestor means a person who lived long time before you. They are called an ancestor. So an ancestor long ago, when watching stars in the night sky. Nowadays we are enjoying computer, TV, mobile phone, no? But during that time, okay, long ago, when watching stars in the night sky was a favorite pastime of our ancestor. They identify the star patterns with animals, things, or characters in stories. Many cultures and names for pattern based on their own stories. These imaginary shapes helped them in recognizing stars in the sky. Imaginary means that is not real. That is called the imaginary. Okay, this imaginary shapes helped them in recognizing stars in the sky. Do you find patterns among the stars just for fun, or there is some use of these patterns? One question is there. Recognizing stars and their patterns was a useful skill for navigation in the olden time. Okay, we should recognize the stars and their patterns. It was a useful skill for navigation in the olden time. Navigation means to find out the direction. That is called navigation. Before the arrival of modern technology, or even before the invention of the magnetic compass. Okay, already we know that in magnetic compass we have studied in chapter 4. Magnetic compass means it's a device used to find a direction, okay, by means of a needle. That is called a magnetic compass. Okay, so in modern technology, before the arrival of modern technology, or even before the invention of the magnetic compass, it helped particularly sailors and travelers. Okay, this magnetic compass helped people, particularly sailors and travelers. Sailors means what? A person who works on a ship. They are called sailors. It helped people, particularly sailors and travelers. This magnetic compass helped people, especially sailors and travelers, in finding directions at sea or on land. It is still used in emergency as a backup method. It is also nowadays it is also used in case of emergency as a backup method. Emergency means or serious method. In earlier times, group of stars forming patterns were called constellations. Okay, before that, group of stars forming a pattern were called constellation. Okay, what are constellation? Constellation means a group of stars forming pattern were called constellation. Currently, the regions of sky which include these group of stars are defined constellation. However, since in constellation the pattern of stars often most are prominent, the term constellation is still commonly used for these group of stars. Okay, nowadays also constellation means a group of stars forms a recognizable pattern that has a name and has a name. Since different cultures denoted the constellation boundaries in different ways, an internationally agreed set of constellation boundaries was identified by the International Astronomical Union. In the early 20th century, 88 constellations were officially listed. Okay, according to the International Astronomical Union, is the 20th century they have started this. In this, 88 constellations were officially listed. Okay, thus dividing the entire sky into 88 regions. Okay, they are dividing the sky into 88 regions. These regions of sky are now defined as constellation. Nowadays they are only called a constellation. Some constellation are shown in figure 12.3. The stars are joined by imaginary lines drawn for easy identification. The stars, okay, already we know that stars are joined by an imaginary lines to form a constellation. The constellation Orion is often represented as a hunter. One of the constellation is Orion. The constellation Orion is often represented as a hunter. Okay, one of the constellation is Orion. It is represented just like it is the shape of a hunter. A hunter means a person that hunts wild animals for food. They are called a hunter, no? So it is the shape of hunter. These are three stars in the middle which represent the belt of the hunter. Okay, there are three stars in the middle that represent the belt of the hunter. Some people imagine that the hunter Orion, followed by his dog, that is constellation Canis Major, is battling a bull, constellation Taurus, Canis Major. The next constellation is Canis Major, is battling a bull, constellation Taurus, Canis Major contains a star. Okay, the next constellation is Canis Major. It is called Sirius. It is called Sirius, which is the brightest star in the night sky. In the figure 12.3, it is given some constellations and stars. First one is Orion is given. Center Orion is given. In the center, 3 points are joined by the belt of a hunter. Here, this left side, Canis Major. That is a Sirius. Sirius is the brightest star in the Canis Major pattern. constellation. Next one is Taurus. Okay, Taurus, in this Taurus here, which is the brightest star in the night sky. Here the Taurus also, one brightest star is there. The red lines indicate the patterns of stars, while the green line indicates the regions of the sky. These lines are not seen in the sky and have been drawn by easy to identify. Next, in Indian astronomy, the term nakshatra. Okay, already in Tamil also we used to say nakshatram. Okay, that is nakshatra. In Indian astronomy, the term nakshatra is used to donate either a certain star or a group of stars, such as Ardra. That is a star called Betelgeuse is that is Orion constellation, and Kritika, a group of stars called Pleiades in Taurus constellation. Okay, next one is Aldebaran. That is a star in the constellation Taurus is known as Rohini. Okay, in Nakshatra. Okay, that is Taurus means Rishabha. Next one is Kritika, that is Aldebaran means that is a Rohini. Okay, it is a star constellation. Taurus is known as Rohini. Two distinct patterns of stars, the Big Dipper and the Little Dipper, are shown in figure 12.4. In 12.4, there are two constellations are given. One is Big Dipper, next one is Little Dipper. Two distinct patterns means two different patterns of stars, the Big Dipper and the Little Dipper, are shown in figure 12.4. The pole star or Polaris, which is a part of the Little Dipper, is also shown in figure 12.4. That is pole star is also given in Little Dipper. At the bottom, one star is given, that is called a pole star. The pole star appears stationary in the north direction. Stationary means not moving. The pole star appears not moving in the north direction, which helps to locate the north direction in the northern hemisphere. Okay, it helps. It is not moving, but it can help to locate the north direction in the northern hemisphere. Northern hemisphere means what? Hemisphere means what? One half of the earth. That is half of the sphere. That is called a hemisphere. Okay, northern hemisphere means that is the north part. Okay, one half of the north half of the sphere. Okay, now that is above the equator. In that above that equator, northern hemisphere. Below the equator, southern hemisphere is here. Here northern hemisphere is called above the equator. Okay, Big Dipper lies in the constellation Ursa Major, while the Little Dipper lies in the constellation Ursa Minor. The Big Dipper, that is you have seen in the picture, that is Big Dipper lies in the constellation of Ursa Major, while the Little Dipper lies in the constellation of Ursa Minor. In India, the Big Dipper is known as Saptarishi. Okay, in India, the Big Dipper is also called as Saptarishi, and the pole star is also known as Dhruva Tara. Saptarishi means it is a Sanskrit term. Okay, Saptarishi means seven sages. Okay, who are some of the Saptarishis? That is Atri, Bharadwaja, Gautama, Jamatkini, Kashyapa, Vasistha and Vishwamitra. They are called Saptarishis. Okay, do more to know, it's given. Next, apart from common regional stories associated with the stars in the constellation, many forest dwelling communities, tribes of India also have their own stories about them. Okay, apart from Indian astronomy and world astronomy, apart from that, that is the forest. The people living in forest communities or tribes of India, they also have their own stories about the stars and constellation. For example, the four stars in the Big Dipper that approximately form a rectangle. Okay, in the Big Dipper there are four stars. Okay, four stars. Below bottom of that, three stars is there. No. Okay, in that totally seven stars are there. Okay, here the four stars form. Four stars in the Big Dipper that approximately form a rectangle are viewed by tribes in central India as a grandmother's cot. It looked like a cot. So they are called a grandmother's cot with the three thieves, that is other three stars stealing it. Fishermen along the Konkan coast imagine the four stars as a boat. Okay, they are telling that they are thinking that okay, the four stars just like a boat with the last three stars as the neck of the boat. How can we identify some of these constellations in the night sky? Already we know that is through binoculars we can see the constellation in the night sky, or by looking for the brightest stars, or that is a distinguished shapes through binoculars we can see. Next, night sky watching, and 12.2 night sky watching. If it is a clear cloudless night, a large number of stars may be visible in the sky. Okay, already we know that cloudless night means that is without any cloud. A large number of stars may be visible in the sky. If you stay in a big city, you may find that the sky is rarely clear. If you are living in the like Chennai means we cannot be able to see the sky is that is clear sky, we cannot able to see. Only a few stars are seen in the night sky. This is due to light pollution. Due to this light pollution means excessive usage of artificial light, that is called light pollution. Due to light pollution we cannot see the sky clearly. Okay, it is not see the size clearly. Only few stars are seen in the night sky due to smoke and dust and light pollution. The presence of excessive artificial light at night time is referred to as light pollution. In villages or areas where there is less light pollution, in villages there is no light pollution is there, no. So in villages or areas where there is less light pollution, a large number of stars can be seen. We can see a large number of stars in villages. Light pollution is growing sharply globally. This is reducing our ability to enjoy and study objects in the night. Okay, due to light pollution, that is the light pollution reducing our ability to enjoy the study objects in the night sky. Some dark sky reserves and parks have been established around the world. Light pollution is a resource is controlled to preserve dark skies for research. There are a few organizations which are working to educate people about reducing the light pollution. So because of this we are not able to enjoy the objects in the night sky, okay, due to light pollution. Not all stars and constellations are visible from all places on the earth and all nights of the year. For example, the pole star is not visible from the southern hemisphere of the earth. Okay, southern hemisphere means half of the earth that is located below the equator, that is called the southern hemisphere. Above the equator is called the northern hemisphere. Not all stars and constellations are visible from all places on earth and on all nights in a year. For example, the pole star is not visible from the southern hemisphere of the earth. To identify the star or a constellation, you need to how a particular constellation looks like and where to look for it at the night sky. To get familiar with the pattern of a constellation, you may use images such as 12.3 and 12.4 to find out when and which position of the sky a star or a constellation will be visible from your location. Okay, now all the stars we cannot able to see in a particular place. Okay, so to find out when and which part of the sky is a star constellation will be visible from your location, you may take the help of sky mapping app. Okay, through sky mapping apps we can identify the stars in our area. Okay, the stars and constellation in our location. You may take the help of sky mapping apps that can be downloaded on a mobile phone or other online resources. Can we try to find any constellation or stars of our choice or any night from our location? Through sky map is a very handy app for identification of stars, constellation and planets from mobile phones. Stellarium is another such. One more app is Stellarium. The computer version of Stellarium is free for download and has many features. Okay, through that sky map we can view stars and constellation from our location. Preparation for night sky watching. Under the guidance of adults, identify a dark open area for night sky watching. If you want to watch, okay, how can we prepare for night sky watching? Okay, first one, we want to choose a dark open area for night sky watching. This should be away from lights, tall buildings and areas. There is no tall buildings, lights or trees in that area. Choose the date and time based upon what you plan to identify in the night sky. You have to choose the date and time. Choose a moonless night with no clouds. We want to choose the moonless night. Okay, there is no moon is there and there is no clouds also. Particularly for a pole star which is not very bright. It may be useful to have access to a mobile app with a sky map or a printout images of a constellation you plan to view. You may also carry a magnetic compass to find out directions and a notebook to note or draw your observation. On a particular day and time selected, go to the identified place with an adult with a night sky watching is to be done. Okay, you can go along with the adult person, okay, where the night sky watching is to be done. After reaching there, wait for about half an hour for your eyes to get adjusted to the darkness. This will help you to see the night sky better. Okay, we can see the night sky better. Do not go to a dark open place at night time without adults accompanying you. But without adults, you cannot go to the dark places. You may easily identify the Big Dipper and the pole star in the night sky. We can easily watch the Big Dipper as well as in the pole star in the night sky. Activity 12.2. Let us try to locate. Look for the Big Dipper during summer time in the early part of the night, say around 9 p.m. View the sky above the horizon towards the northern part of the sky and identify the Big Dipper. Okay, we can see during the summer time Big Dipper. Okay, at 9 p.m. we can watch. Okay, view the sky above the horizon towards the northern part of the sky and identify the Big Dipper. Once you identify the Big Dipper, try to locate the pole star. Okay, once you identify the Big Dipper, once you are able to see the Big Dipper, you can identify to locate the pole star. Look at two stars present on one end of the Big Dipper's cup and imagine the straight line passing through these towards the north. At above 5 minutes, the distance between these stars, the imaginary line will lead to another star which is not very bright. The star is called the pole star. You may also locate the bright constellation Orion and the star Sirius in the night sky. Okay, not only that Big Dipper, we can also locate the bright constellations like Orion and star Sirius in the night sky. Activity 12.3, let us try to identify which star. One question is there, which star is closest to the us? Okay, beyond, that is the beyond the sun. Usually sun is closest to us. Okay, the closest star, okay, beyond the sun, beyond the sun to the earth is, that is a Proxima Centauri. Okay, the star name is Proxima Centauri, that is closest to us. In India, Orion is best viewed during the month of December and April after sunset. Okay, in India, Orion to be viewed in the month of December to April after sunset. So look for it during that period. Three bright stars in a star straight line are located around the middle of Orion, imagined to be belt of the, already we have studied the three stars. Okay, that is the belt of the Hunter. Identify these three stars first, as this is a easy way to find out Orion. Okay, first you want to identify the center. Okay, the three stars, and then we can identify the Orion. Once you identified Orion, it is easy to locate Orion, it is easy to locate the very bright star Sirius. Okay, once we identified the Orion, the next one is Sirius, which is located closer to the Orion. Okay, one is the next one is Sirius, is also that is located closer to Orion. Imagine a straight line passing through the three middle stars of Orion and look along the lines towards the east. This will lead to Sirius. Okay, once we watch that Orion, the next one is Sirius. We can also watch the Sirius. Okay, that's all. Part 1, that is chapter 12, Beyond Earth. Part 1 will get over. We will meet part 2 in the next video. Until then, if you want more videos, like, share and subscribe Chem Free Tutorial. Thank you.